Unlike the orcas, elephant seals have no trouble going from the sea to the shore, where they come to rest their 4 tons in weight and 5 meters in length. They're almost as big as female orcas. In the high seas, they are formidable swimmers. They undertake long Homeric trips, several thousand kilometers long. And today, like every year at this season, they come here to Valdés to reproduce and give birth. At sea, they're too powerful and fast. On the beach, they're beyond the orca's reach. Only along this narrow strip of shore are they vulnerable. And the orcas from Maga's clan have found the only flaw in the elephant seal's defense system. Unlike the orcas, elephant seals confront one another all the time. These incessant struggles do not allow them to build a durable society. Once his harem has been constituted, the great male maintains it by force, constraint and violence. Even when coupling with females who are much smaller than he is, his actions seem forced and brutal. But he has no other option than to fight to preserve his dominance. When a younger male tries to approach, the great male is ready to fight until one of them bleeds.
Here in the Valdés Peninsula, there are 2 titans, the orcas and the elephant seals. They seem mournful on the beach, but they're incredible swimmers. They can dive down to 1,400 meters. They swim up to Antarctica. But this strength is the only thing that makes them resemble the other titan, which is the orca, because their societies are totally different. I mean, completely different. Orcas have solidarity, learning, transmission of experience. Elephant seals are individualistic. The only thing that counts is reproduction. After that, nothing is passed on. Yet these 2 titans find themselves on the same turf. And that's where there's confrontation. The orcas, thanks to their solidarity, their cooperation, come to feed off young elephant seals, which the older elephant seals watch to go in total indifference.
The young, left to fend for themselves, are unprotected. Their mother feeds them for only 3 weeks, and this is enough to go from 40 kilos to over 120. From then on, the mothers stop looking after them. They're exhausted by these weeks during which they had to give birth and breastfeed. So the young are forced to learn to swim by themselves. Their mother will never accompany them in the water. They have no idea of the risk they're taking. Nobody has taught them. Yet when they frolic about in the water and flap their fins, this characteristic splashing indicates their presence to the orcas. Maga and those in her clan recognize this sound perfectly and dash straight towards it. To hear them, They need as calm a sea as possible. The orcas are discreet. They even stop communicating with one another. Radio silence. Sometimes they miss by only a few centimeters, but experience has taught them to be patient and repeat the attempts. Less than half are successful. Finally, the first successful attacks. These are the skills of Maga, the clan matriarch. No one can make the most of a wave and accelerate at the right moment better than she can. Even when she seems to miss her prey, she manages to wedge it under her head to catch it in her mouth. Maga drags it into the water. She seeks the others for Juan, the great male, who doesn't know how to beach himself. He accompanies her, but only watches her at work. Some orcas never learn, others are too young, but they can all count on the extraordinary solidarity of the 8 females who know how to hunt on the beaches. Valene, Maga's daughter, is one of the usual hunters. But this year, she stays in the high seas to look after her latest born. And it's Maga who will feed them both. Valene and Maga do not fight over the prey. Quite the contrary. They make sure to cut it up and distribute it. Such behaviour is exceptional and is rarely, if ever, seen. Other animals leave the lion's share for the most dominant. Here, it's all about solidarity and sharing. To understand the specificity of this group of orcas, Francois wants to observe how they teach the technique of beaching.
Alors.